All right, guys, I got breaking news. You guys might see they just shut down all of the servers. Here's the Discord announcement, guys. So the rogue mode XP exploit has been patched. So what this means, guys, I'm gonna be showing you the new best methods after it got patched. So basically you have to actually play the game now. So I'm gonna be honest, it is what it is. Obviously it's gonna be a lot slower to level up now, but you know, it is what it is. All right, let's go hop on into game and let's go see what's going on. Obviously the player count just dipped because everybody was AFKing that mode because all the YouTubers posted videos on it. All right, here we go. So first up, they have not fixed the 2x XP bug. So I don't know what's going on. There should be a 2x XP event here, but they removed that, which is kind of unfortunate. So that kind of makes me think the devs did it on purpose. So it is what it is. So let's go take a look at what the bug is they fixed, and I'm going to show you guys the new best methods. So let's hop on into rogue mode. This is my scuffed rogue mode team. Don't judge me. All right. All right, let's go see what's going on here in rogue mode. So I believe what this means is you actually have to go to a certain wave. So I think we're not going to get any XP for these first few waves. Let's take a look. So wave 2, wave 3, look at that, guys. You're getting no XP now. Wave 5, no XP. Wave 6, no XP. Wave 7, no XP. Wow. Dang. Dang, no XP on the first 7 waves. Let's try to get a little bit further than 7 waves. And let's see if we're gonna start getting XP after this first 7 waves. Oh, I got a little bit XP. Oh my gosh, look how little XP we're getting. What the heck? Wait, I think you're only getting XP when you... Oh my gosh. Wow, that's bad. Look at that. Dude, what? You're getting like 5 XP now. It's completely cooked. It's completely cooked. Oh my gosh, rogue mode is buns now. Alright, did they fix it after that wave? Alright, so wave 12, are we still getting buns XP? Dang, no XP on wave 14. What is going on? We're not even getting XP. Dang. Rogue mode is completely cooked. Okay, guys, dang. All right, let's go take a look at the other methods now. Now, my other method besides this was Conch 1, which I think might be the new best method now. So let's check out Conch number 1. Now, I will say there is certain modes I would recommend grinding. They might be a little bit slower, but they're going to allow you to buy these boosts. Because if you guys don't know, if you do sandy and rock bottom map, you're going to be able to get these boosts, all right? You need echo shards and acorn alloys. So because I know you guys are going to need instant craft, comment down below. I'm going to give away an instant craft to somebody who comments down below. So if you guys want a free instant craft, subscribe and comment down below. I got 1 left, so we'll get that popping off. All right, let's go take a look at the new best methods now. So let's go hop on into story. Now, this is my OG method that I recommend. Davy Jones, Conch Street number 1. So let's go see how much XP we're going to be getting on this map. Unfortunately, it is definitely gonna be a little bit slower because there's no a global XP boost. So it looks like it's gonna be really hard to reach level 25,000. I'm only level 10,000, so I got a ways to go. So let's place down our unit. Now this one is also very easily macroable. I actually already have a macro for it, to be honest. And honestly, you can just kind of like stand here for the macro to work. It's just gonna like spam place these. So I'll kind of show you what my macro does. All right. Oh wait, this one's gonna work. My macro is more for infinite mode, but you know. So this is just normal mode. Let's see how much XP we're gonna get. But yeah, this is basically just how my macro works. You're kind of just spam placing your unit in your first slot, and you're just placing, and then you're hitting the replay button, if that makes sense. I'm sure that's pretty easy to follow, but unfortunately I have to refix it because actually wait, no, I might be able to just do the macro part. Let me try that real quick. Actually, yeah, it should work. So I'm just gonna do my macro. Basically, all my macro does, it just spam hits the replay button and place down your unit. All right. So this is kind of how the macro works. So you guys can pretty easily macro these. And all you have to do is like place down your unit in a reasonable spot. Like you just stand here where you can place down your unit all around you and you should be good to go. So you can see we're beating this pretty fast with the macro. This is kind of like my classic method. Now this one will also work for infinite mode. You're just going to have to you're just going to have to auto hit the replay button and you should be good to go. But honestly, guys, I'll show you guys how much XP we're getting. We're getting a lot less than when I last showed this method. The reason being is there's no global 2x XP boost. So we're not really getting that many levels anymore. So I'm gonna be honest, this level 25,000 is gonna take you like 25,000 runs. So let's see here. So we're level 10,443. Let's see how much we get after this next run. It's probably not gonna be super high. Let's see here. Also, I'm gonna equip my new pet too. That should actually make it a little bit easier. We should do a little bit extra damage. So we're level, dang. So that means I think we're only gonna get a level like every 30 or 40 seconds. And that's gonna be really, really slow. So unfortunately, this is like 10 times slower than the rogue mode method that just got patched. But it is a somewhat viable method here. So let's find a better method if we can. I think infinite mode might be better People were telling me about it, but I don't know. We'll see. All right, okay. I don't know why it's taking me so long to hit the replay button on this macro. I might have to redo it, but yeah, you can see you're getting about 1 level every 40 seconds with 10x game speed. So not the best macro, but it is a macro. All right, let's try the infinite mode. Let's see if infinite mode is better. I don't know. We'll see. So I'm gonna do infinite mode act 1, but honestly, if I were you guys, I would do infinite mode on Sandy's tree dome. The reason being is you're gonna be able to get a lot of these, which is gonna be very helpful for you to do that. So macroing Sandy's tree dome, as long as it doesn't take much longer, I would kind of highly recommend it. Also, to be honest, you can kind of just stand here and you don't even have to place down a unit for the macro. I'm gonna be perfectly honest, you don't have to place down any units in this macro. You just gotta stand right here and hit the replay button. Like, that's how easy this macro is to set up, because you're on infinite mode. So let's see how much XP we're getting every few waves. So it looks like we're at one, oh my gosh. Oh, that sucks. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is buns. Oh, this is so bad. Oh my gosh. Wow, dude, these level up methods suck. Oh my gosh, guys. We gotta find a better level up method than this. This is so bad. All right, as of right now, it looks like Davy Jones story is your best method. Now, I want to try some more methods that are a little bit more manual. So let's try challenge mode. I remember doing challenges and they were pretty good for XP. It looks like, according to this, it's going to give you, let's see here, like 400. So let's try this one. Let's see how many levels this one's going to get and how long it's going to take. But as of right now, I believe Davy Jones story is your best bet. Or you can just do infinite mode if that's easier for you to set up that macro. All right, let's see what we got going on here. All right, well, I'm gonna place this guy down. All right, let's see how much XP we can get from this one. All right, I think you could also, okay, well, this one's a little bit harder. I don't know if you can just like straight up, yeah. So this one's gonna be a little bit harder to macro because it is challenges, but it isn't theoretically impossible to macro. You just have to have a unit with a high enough range and full AoE, and you should be good to go. So let's see how much XP we're gonna get from this map. Let's see here. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest, guys. It's not looking good for leveling up to level 25,000. Honestly, it was gonna take you like 3 days before. It might take you like 2 weeks or something. Like, honestly, if you want to go for level 25,000, I think a lot of people are gonna quit after this. So it might honestly not be that hard. But if you're past my level, you're gonna have a really easy time because everybody who's catching up late is cooked. So let's see how much we're gonna get from this. So yeah, it looks like you have to actually play the game, or at least play story mode. Rogue mode, exploit is cooked. It's not really an exploit, it's just kind of the devs not programming it right. And honestly, rogue mode just gave so much XP. It's actually kind of wild. All right, so they patched boss battles, they patched rogue mode. So I think the only thing left is story in this. I don't know, this one's kind of slow, I'm not gonna lie. We'll see how long it takes us to beat it, but based on what I'm seeing, unless it gives us like 3 or 4 levels, it's probably not worth. I will say it does give you the challenge materials, which is a W. All right, there we go, that's the last wave. All right, so that one took 3 times as long. So that's not worth it, guys. Challenges are not worth it. So far, Davy Jones story is your best bet. All right, I want to try Davy Jones on Sandy. Let's see how long that one's going to take, and I want to see if my macro is going to work for that. Also, Rock Bottom isn't a bad bet, too. We can try that one, and then you can get a Superstar Glove, which is pretty rare. So let's hop on this one, too. All right, Davy Jones on this map. I believe this one should be doable. I don't know how much harder they made the story modes, though. All right, let's see. And this one's also going to give you materials you need. So I do recommend this one as well. So I think you just want to stand right about here, and we're going to start the macro. And let's see if it's going to easily win or not. Okay, honestly, this macro is pretty much going to be an easy win. You can also place down a better unit than Carl, but as of right now, I think Carl is your best bet. I'm going to try to get a Superstar Carl, so if anybody wants to donate to Carl, let me know. Okay, it looks like the bosses are kind of getting a little bit too far for me. So this one might be a little bit slower. Yeah, this looks a little bit on the slow side, and that boss is kind of OP. So I think we might try it with a better unit in front. But honestly, the prismatics are kind of expensive, so I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. Okay, this is possible, but I think you're gonna need a prismatic down, not a Carl. I don't know if there's any cheap prismatics, honestly. We'll test that out in a second here. All right, so it looks like Dopey. Okay, Dopey I think killed us. All right, well. Let's switch over. So Carl might work. If we Superstar Carl, it will work with the Superstar Carl for sure. At least max level. So let's try it with like a unit that everybody has. All right. I think everybody and their mom has a Sticky Fin. So I'm going to use my Sticky Fins, and we're going to see if Sticky Fins can solo this mode for us. So Sandy, we'll do Rock Bottom, #1, Davy Jones. And this is going to give you a whole lot of good stuff. And it's going to give you chests too. So it's just going to give you a lot of good stuff, honestly, and a lot of materials, which you'll need for crafting. All right, so we're going to do 10x speed, and we're going to start the macro. Oh, that's the wrong macro. We'll start that macro. All right, so we're trying it with sticky fins. We'll see if we get enough money before we die, though. I'm honestly not sure. Now, I will say your prismatic pets should allow you to clap. Okay, it's catching up now. Okay, so it looks like sticky fins is a viable strategy. Yeah, we're catching up big time. Yeah, sticky fins is definitely viable. So let's see how fast this is. If this is anything close to 30 seconds, then I might recommend this one or Standy's. We'll see though, because sometimes certain maps are a lot faster to complete than others, and all of the maps give you the same amount of XP. So keep that in mind as well. So yeah. Let's see what we're gonna get here. And if you guys have any better XP methods than this, you guys can comment down below. But this is gonna be nice because it's also gonna allow you to... Oh, 38 seconds isn't bad at all. Unfortunately, it's really slow on the replay button. I'm gonna fix that a little bit. So to fix that, guys, what I recommend you do is you're gonna put an auto clicker. If you ever have a macro that's like slightly broken, you can just put your auto clicker right where the replay button is, which is probably right about there. And that should be good to go. So let's try that. So we're gonna go F6 and the macro at the same time. And let's see if this is gonna cook for us. I think we only really need one sticky fins down, to be perfectly honest. So let's see how much this is gonna cook. And 38 seconds is really good. So if we can keep it up at 38 seconds, that's not bad. So rock bottom might be my go-to for now. Because it is gonna get me that materials I need for those double XP boosts. Okay, so it looks like my thing's a little bit too high up. So I'm gonna reset my macro a little bit. So we're gonna reset that, right? So pause my macro, pause this. All right, and we're just gonna run it real quick. Now, I'm gonna be perfectly honest, you might just like stand over here and then your units are gonna damage the guys. And if your units are strong enough, they might actually kill some of them, and that's gonna get you even more money. So this might be a more valuable strategy if you do something like this. So we're going to beat the map, and we're gonna reset where our replay button is. All right, let's see here. So yeah, this might be a little bit faster because you're gonna actually get some kills. Alternatively, you could just stand over here too. This actually might be a better strategy. Just standing over here because you're hitting a lot of the map and you're basically gonna kill the units anyway just by standing there. So that's also pretty viable as well. And honestly, if you guys wanted to set up just an auto clicker, it definitely is possible. You just have to have strong enough pets and you have to pick a weak enough map. Davy Jones might be a little bit too strong for that. So we're gonna reset where our macro is. So I'm gonna put my macro on the replay button, which should hopefully be where the start wave is. So let's try that. Okay, well, it needs to be a little bit higher, but it is what it is. So we can still run this one. It's just a little bit awkward. So we're gonna run this macro and we're gonna run both the macros at the same time. And hopefully it'll place the sticky fins down in time. If it doesn't, we're kind of cooked. All right, let's see here. Are we gonna take any damage? No damage, and we got a sticky fins down. Okay, that means we're cooking. So there we go. We got our macro set up pretty easily now. All right, so this should be good enough, honestly. We have enough range. So there you go. That's what we're gonna probably be running while I watch the Super Bowl. So we'll do this one. And honestly, you can just pick whatever story mode map you want. I do recommend Davy Jones or Sandy's Tree Dome because you're gonna get those 2x XP materials. And if you guys have any other units you guys recommend, let me know. Honestly, Chumbrute might not be a bad bet either. He might be a little bit better than Carl. Carl's doing 1.2 million. Yeah, we'll try it with one of the better units here. So honestly, let me see what else I have. All right, there should be a good exotic for us. That's gonna be good for the macro. I think Chumbrute's really good. He's gonna be better than Sticky Fins, I think. Let me see who else is good. You just need a unit that's really cheap and does a lot of damage. Preferably a superstar too. Honestly, the Warden. Oh yeah, the Warden. We'll use the Warden. Yeah, I believe the Warden might be really, really good for this. And we're also gonna equip our pet that we got. I'm gonna drop my Spatula, and I do have Snail Fail. I'm gonna try to get him P5, but I don't know if I will since it's so hard to get these units now. All right, let's go hop on to Tree Dome. And I want to see how fast this one is. We'll see if this one's a viable method too. And I do recommend... Wait, I don't know if the party gives a boost. Does the party give a boost? I don't see XP on there, but yeah, I do recommend doing it with the party if you can. That'd be a little bit of a cheat code there. All right, so we'll do Standy's Tree Dome, Davy Jones. So far, my best time is 58 seconds on that. You can see my best time on Rock Bottom is 38 seconds. My best time on Con Street is 33 seconds. So technically speaking, Con Street, as of right now, is the fastest method that I've tested. Let's try Sandy's Tree Dome. Let's see if we can beat that 58-second timer. Honestly, I don't know if we can. If it's still 58 seconds, then that means Sandy's Tree Dome really sucks for infinite grind. All right, I'm gonna stand like right about here. Oh, there's a tree in the way too. Yeah, this mode, this is probably not it, to be honest. All right, we're gonna run the macro. All right, let's see where we're gonna, okay, I'm gonna have to move up a little bit. I'm actually gonna just zoom in a little bit. There we go. So we're gonna put this down. Let's see if we can beat 30 seconds. Otherwise, I'm still recommending Con Street or Rock Bottom there. All right, let's see what we got going on. Okay, looks like the Warden might not be strong enough. And he's also like single target. Yeah, this is not super ideal. Sticky Fins is more ideal, I will say, because he does have an actual AoE. Single target units just don't do well on 10x speed. Keep that in mind. Yeah, this is not as ideal. This is pretty slow. Yeah, I'm still leaning in. I think Con Street might still be the best. Also, Infinite Mode is pretty easy too if you just want to use an auto clicker. But I don't think it's going to give you as much XP, because this one just give me basically a whole, you basically get a whole level per round, which is pretty good. All right, let's see how long that one took us to beat. But as of right now, I'm leaning to Con Street. I did hear one rumor that Krusty Krab was fast, so I'm going to try that one real quick too. So let's see how long that one took us to beat. Sandy's Tree Dome. And yeah, I don't know. I don't really like the Warden, to be honest. I think we're going to have to bring a better unit. Somebody with AoE, guys. Honestly, we could just bring Sponge Boy. Yeah, let's just bring a Sponge Boy with us. That'll cook. We'll just bring our boy, Sponge Boy. Actually, I want to show you guys a method. You can't use it if you already have Sponge Boy. All right, let me see if I have any other good full AoE exotics here that are easy to use. Honestly, the Warden is probably the easiest for you guys to get that I have. So I probably would recommend the Warden still. I mean, honestly, Penny the Pirate. How much is he? 4,000? He might even work. But you just need somebody strong enough to actually take out a boss. So I think we're going to go back to Sticky Fins, because I think he's probably the most likely for you guys to have. Honestly, this guy would probably be better, but we'll go Sticky Fins again. All right, so let's go hop on in, and let's see how long that one took us. So Sandy's Tree Dome took us 58 seconds. This one is way too slow. Chum Bucket. All right, we'll try Krusty Krab, because a lot of people recommended me this one. We'll see if this is any faster. Oh, wow. So this one is kind of nice, because it looks like you can pretty much just kill them with your pets for the most part. We'll put a Sticky Fins down. Yeah, this might be a Carl map. 5 million HP. Yeah, looks like this might be a Carl map. All right, I can already tell you this map is way too slow. Yeah, this is not recommended. Yeah, this sucks. Yeah, don't do this map. This is really slow. Wow, that's the slowest yet. Jeez, man, jeez. All right, Rock Bottom is fast, and so is Con Street. Those are my recommendations. Con Street is nice because you can use Carl. All right, let's bring Sticky Fins back. And we're going to hop on into... Actually, I think I want somebody even better than Sticky Fins. Honestly, if it were me AFKing, I think we're just going to bring Sponge Boy, honestly. So let's get some good traits on our Sponge Boy real quick. We'll get a Neptune's Crown on him. There you go. Perfect. And I'll throw... Do I have any power patties? Yeah, I'll throw a power... I'm not going to throw that on him yet. All right, let's get him some decent traits. All right. Sea Bear is fine. Honestly, I kind of just want Secret Formula on him now. All right, Psychic Sea Bear is perfectly good. All right, so let's hop on into what I recommend. So currently my recommendation is Rock Bottom, or if you have enough XP boost, Con Street. So we're gonna hop on Rock Bottom and we're gonna get to the grind. So let me know down below, guys, if you found any better grinds. And yeah, hit the subscribe button for more guides, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.